Hi again, everyone, and today's video is on finding the area of non-right angle triangles. Now, you've already done finding area of triangles way back in junior school, and the way you did it was the formula for the area of a triangle. Now think for a second. Do you happen to remember what that is? It happens to be 1/2 the base times the height. The only thing is, if you look at the pictures on this page, there are no heights in there. All you have are sides. And on a right triangle, the heights are the base and the height are the legs. It's easy. But on these, there's a new formula we're going to learn. So let me stop for just a second and say that this page is available on the Google Classroom. So if you want to pause the video real quick, print it out so that you can write on it, you are more than welcome to do so. Otherwise, you can draw the pictures into your notebook or whatever paper that you are writing on. So there is a formula that we're going to deal with. Now, I'm going to write the formula at the top, but I'm going to show you how you can adapt the formula for whatever the angles are labeled. The formula only has one angle and two sides. And with all of these pictures and the way things are going to be given to you, you're going to have those pieces of information that you need. So, the area formula, if you know angle A is the area equals 1/2 B times C times the sine of angle A. Okay, I'm going to use the formula in that form for this first problem. So we have a triangle. We have a side over here that's 12. We have a side over here that's 15. And we have an angle here between them that is 35 degrees. So I'm going to call that angle A. The other two are B and C. So let's label our sides. So that means that the 12 is side C, the 15 is side B. Now, take a look at what you have and what your equation has. They need side B, side C. You have both of those. You need angle A, and you have that as well. So you are ready to do this problem. Area equals 1/2 times B, which is 15, times C, which is 12, times the sine of the angle, which is 35 degrees. The angle will always be between the two sides. That's just the way that it works. Now notice that everything is on the right-hand side as far as numbers go. So we can type this directly into Desmos just as it looks. So we're going to go to Desmos, which is here. I need to clear everything out. Now to type this in, I'm going to go 1/2 times, I actually did something wrong that I wanted to show you. Notice where the time sign is, the dot. It's on the bottom. And I don't want what comes after this to go on the bottom of the fraction. So I'm actually going to do this a different way. So I'm going to clear out what I have. And instead of using 1/2 as a fraction, I'm going to use the decimal because it's fewer things to put in the calculator. So stop and think for a minute. What is 1/2 as a decimal? I would venture a guess that probably 90% of you watching this video know that answer. It happens to be 0.5 times. Now, I don't happen to remember what my numbers were. 15, 12, and the sine of 35. So 15 times 12 times the sine of 35. Close my bracket. And there is the area, 51.6. So that will be my answer, 51 point, it said 2 decimal places, so let's go look. 51.62. 51.62 centimeters squared. All right. So that's all you have to do. That's the area of that triangle right there. Okay. We use this new formula because if we wanted to do a base and a height, we would have to draw a line down here. That would be the height. We'd have to use either SOHCAHTOA or the law of sines to find that height, and then we could do 1/2 base times height. This is just faster. We don't have to do all that extra stuff to find the area. So let's move on to number 2. And I'm going to do things a little differently because this worksheet that you have. And when you get to the assessment, you may come across a situation where the angle that you're given is not A. It may be B, it may be C, it may be R, it may be X. It doesn't matter. You can still make this work. So I'm going to purposely call this angle B. Call the other two sides A and C. So when you go to write your formula, you know it's going to be 1/2 times something times the sine of the angle that you have, which in this case, I didn't want to write 80. I wanted to write B. Okay? The letters that go in the two blanks are the letters other than B. So it will be A and C, and remember those are sides. So the angle will be capital, the other two will be sides, and you just pick the ones that are not B, so it'd be A and C. So if I had chosen the angle to be C, if I had chosen this to be a C right here, this would be a C, and what would these two be? If this was a C, this would be A, like it is now, and B. So you will have the letter A, all three letters in your formula. Only one of them will be the angle, but the other two will be sides. So let's go ahead and do this problem the way it's written. So 13.8 is side C, 8.5 is side A, and that's what I need for my formula anyway. So the area equals 1/2, which I'm going to go ahead and write as 0.5, times 8.5 times 13.8 times the sine of 80 degrees. So that's what's going to go into my calculator. 0.5 times 8.5 times 13.8 times the sine of 80. I'll see if I can remember all that. Clear this out. 0.5, oops, I started typing 0.05. 0.5 times 13.5 times, I don't remember the rest. Oops, I did it wrong anyway. 0.5, 8.5, 13.8. So I'm going to start over. 0.5 times 8.5 times 13.8 times the sine of 80 degrees. Let me double check that. 8.5, 13.8 sine of 80. Push enter. 57.76. So this area is 57.76, and it's in centimeters. Okay, you may be wondering to yourself, Ms. Bell, why are you writing the word area? Why don't you just put A? Well, because I don't want to confuse A for area with angle A. So for these formulas, I'm writing the word area out, because otherwise when you go to take the test, if I happen to put an A right here and an A right here, you might think, wait a minute, which one is which? And are they talking about the same thing? The answer is no, they're not the same thing. So I go ahead and write the full word area out when I do these problems. Alrighty. So I want you right now to pause the video. I want you to label the next two triangles any way you want to, and see if you can get the correct area for each one of them. All right, pause it, and I'll be back with you in just a minute. Okay, let's see how you did. Now, depending on how you labeled your triangle, your initial formula at the beginning might be different than mine, but your answer should be the same. So, when you set it up, the second line should say the area equals 1/2 times 5.6 times 9.1 times the sine of 43 degrees. These can be switched. It does not matter. This can be 0.5. It does not matter. But you should get an answer of 17.38 centimeters squared. Now, on the prior problem, I forgot to put the squared on the answer. It should be square units because it is area. And then finally, the last question. So when you type it in, you get 1/2, 5.2, 6.8 sine of 84, and that should give you 17.6 square centimeters. All right, let's talk for a minute about the worksheet. Here is the worksheet. It is in the Google Classroom. I only want you to do the odds. You've already done two problems. These are a little bit different. They are very squished together, so you definitely are going to have to do them on a separate sheet of paper. Okay? Now, they don't give you a picture. They give you words. And so you put all of the information in the places that they go. So we haven't done this specific format before, so let me talk about number 1. It says in triangle ABC, that's what that symbol there means, is triangle. AB equals 19, AC equals 24, and measure of angle A equals 65. So when you draw this, let me draw this one real quick. It says triangle ABC, so put the ABC wherever you want, ABC like this. When it says AB equals 19, that means the side connecting the A and the B angle. That's the 19. AC equals 24, so the side connecting the A and the C, that's 24. Measure of angle A is 65 degrees. That's pretty self-explanatory. And now you're ready to go. Write the formula the right way. Everything is set up the way it needs to be. Plug it in. Notice it says nearest tenth, so that's 1 decimal place. The second thing I want to bring up is the fact that they throw this word at you right here. That word, if you're not familiar with it, is isosceles. The word isosceles means that your triangle has 2 sides that are equal. It talks about this right here. The 2 equal sides each measure 14. And they include an angle of 44 degrees. So when you draw this one, the 2 sides that are 14, for example, are like here. They include an angle of 44, means the angle between the 2 matching sides. So make sure you put the angle between the 2 sides that are equal. So make sure that you draw your pictures properly, that you round to the nearest number of decimal places, and everything should be fine. Now, on the answer key, I'm going to do all of them, because there are some of you out here who are going to do some and go, I don't get it, I want to do more. But please remember, it does say odds only. You only have to do the odds. All right, I hope this helps. Good luck with this assignment. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.